What's up? You're probably wondering why I've got this bandana, or this bandana. Stick around, you'll find out. Along with some gear reviews and summer weather biking advice from somebody who has no idea what they're doing. Alright, welcome to the back of my car. So here's some gear. I keep it on this basket. I've got Velcro stuck around the bottom. Keep my helmet, some sunscreen, my shocks, so I got some music on long rides. I started wearing these Gooder brand. They're like $40 and they're polarized, and they work great. Way cheaper than the glasses they market for cycling. Swedish Fish, love those. Some gels, some chews. Liquid IV, don't really like that anymore, but I've been drinking this Element stuff, and it's really good. Energy waffles. Gotta have that on long rides. If you don't know, Google it. And then some Scratch. So, yeah, got it all right here. Nice little trunk setup. You can see I'm on a different bike today than you normally see. This is my giant Anyroad. I added this because, a couple of reasons. I use these tall water bottles, and they don't quite fit. They're just a little too tall, and it drives me nuts when my legs hit them. And it came with this bag when I bought this bike used. So I threw my water bottle in there, and I also filled up a Camelback with a hose in case I run out. It's like 95 degrees today, and I plan on doing 30 or 40 miles. Yeah, so that's the gear today. I'm gonna change clothes and load up and see you on the trail. Stick around. All right, I'm on mile 9 right now on the Frisco Trail. This starts at Kearney and West Bypass in Springfield, Missouri. Goes all the way up to Bolivar. I'm not going to do that. And today I put in at mile, I believe it's mile 7. It's right where the gravel starts. It's in Willard. There's a Bullseye gas station there. I'm on a little bit of a mission. I'm not going to tell you right now what I'm doing, but you'll find out soon enough. You gravel bike today, so I didn't want to ride the 6 or 7 miles of pavement to get to the gravel, so I just started right there. I think I'll do 30 miles or so. We'll see. It's pretty hot. There's a heat advisory, so I brought lots of water, and I'm not in any hurry. I'm just taking my time. Just enjoying the day. So stick around. This was going to get interesting, and you might learn a thing or two. See ya. All right. All right, it's story time. I'm going to explain these. First, let me show you around where I'm currently at. It's about mile 15 on the Frisco Highline Trail. We've got this nice bench here to rest on. Show you a little better view. Yeah, isn't that nice? People take time to decorate. Yeah, looks great. And I was about 4 miles before this a few months ago, and I realized I was in a bind. I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere. The nearest place to use a facility is about 7 or 8 miles that way, and I'm not sure that way because I've never come across one, and I've ridden that way quite a ways. So I'm riding. I'm at about mile, let's call it 12-ish, and I'm trying to power through, but I know I'm not going to make it. And I'm like, oh man, I might have to sacrifice a jersey today and just ride back without one, if you're catching my drift. I'd never really paid attention to this rest stop, and I'm doing my best just to survive as long as I can, hoping that the pain, the contractions go away. And I ride by here, and I almost pass it, but I see these bandanas blowing in the wind. There used to be a blue one here and here, but now it's a little further down the trail behind a tree. So today, I'm doing the right thing. I'm replacing whoever's bandanas these are. I hope it wasn't like a memorial or anything, but if it is, whoever it was for, I bet they would get a laugh out of the story. So yeah, I'm tying these back up and doing the right thing, helping out the trail karma for the next poor fellow who comes along. Since then, let me show you a little pro tip. In my little bag here, see if I can do this one-handed. I got my little snacks, and there's this back pouch. And there's something you should always bring with you on every ride, especially if it's out in the middle of nowhere. And I bring them everywhere I go now. Yep. Never needed them so far, except to clean some mud and grease off, but man, it sure would have been great to have them that day. But then I wouldn't be sharing this story with you. So yeah, we're gonna replace these, and then we're gonna head on down the trail. See you in a bit. Okay, so here we are. We're at mile about 14 and a half. Nothing around. The moment hit. That tree looked great. Notice you don't see any road. Imagine being on the other side and then this happens. Oh, yeah. So that's the problem. I wear these cycling shorts, and the issue is that's all you've got on. So this, and then there's like elastic, and then like just that. So if you got to go to the bathroom, it all has to come off. And I did not realize that being up against this tree on the other side of this tree right here, that the cars were that close. And it was a little quieter that day, so it was an emergency, and I was distracted looking for a spot, and didn't realize the cars were that close until I was already really committed. So yeah. So I mentioned earlier, I think, there's a heat advisory. It's like 95 today. It's not bad under this canopy, but sometimes you get out in the sun, and it is a little warm. So you always want to make sure if you're coming out like this, bring plenty of water, take your time. I'm out of shape, kind of getting older, and I'm kind of fat, and I'm just not going to push it like I would if it was nice and cool out. So keep that stuff in mind if you're doing this. I've got 2 big water bottles, and I've got that Camelback that I stuffed in the cargo, or whatever you call that, trunk. I'm not sure what you call it. That thing came with the bike, and the first thing I did was take it off. Thought it was silly, but today I'm grateful to have it. I've got extra water. I've got like 2 extra liters. It's pretty handy. I put my car keys in it, a couple tools this time, and yeah, my bandanas were in it. So yeah, I recommend if you're going on a long ride and it's really hot and you don't know exactly how far you're going or where you'll end up, if you got one of those, throw it on. I thought the weight would bother me, but I don't even notice it once I'm going, standing the bike up, moving it around, stuff like that. I can feel it, but once I'm rolling, I don't even notice it's back there. There's no sloshing or anything like that. That's what I was afraid of. Anyhow, hope you guys are enjoying the video. Take this time. If you haven't already, I'd really appreciate a like or a subscribe. I say this a lot. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't know anything about YouTube. I'm trying to learn. This all started, my dad, I would send him little video clips from my phone, and he'd be like, oh man, you can hear you're breathing real hard, working out. He's not able to come do this with me all the time. So he was getting excited with the videos, and I was like, well shoot, I've got a GoPro. Haven't used it in years, but break it out. So I started recording these, and I would edit them and put them as a private video on YouTube because the files were too big to send as an email. At least for me, I couldn't figure it out. So YouTube and then private, that's how I did it. He could see them and then nobody else could. And I got to thinking, well shoot, I'm already doing them. Might as well make them visible to everybody, and maybe somebody else will enjoy getting to see outside that doesn't normally get to do that. So I don't know if we're trying to grow this or I'm just doing this for Dad, or I really don't know. I started riding back in the spring, and I'm learning a lot. Now I work on my own bikes, and I've rebuilt a couple. Gone the furthest, 60 miles. That's in another video. I've signed up for the Big Sugar Gravel Race, and that might suck real bad, but I'm gonna try it. So Like I said, if you don't mind, subscribe, like it, or hit that little bell thing. Maybe we'll see you around. All right, so a couple of these things I bring on all my bikes with me. This is the first time using it. I like it. We talked about that earlier. This bag here, I usually put my keys in it. Now you know I've got dude wipes in there. Snacks. I like a lot of snacks when I eat when I ride. It's my excuse to eat junk like Swedish fish and nerd clusters. This little guy here, I got it on Amazon. Let's see if I can get it off here. You just pull this and it releases some tension. How you like that filming? Professional. I swapped this on and off my various bikes, and I just put different tubes in it based on if I'm get out of there. Based on if I'm riding gravel or road or whatever. But here's the brand. Tong Ming Car, or whatever that is. It's okay. It used to have a little clip like this on the end of this cable. But it recently broke off. I just hooked the cable directly around that, and then it's one of those friction twist tighten things. Inside, let me see if I can do this one-handed. You're gonna get a close-up. You'll just deal with it, it's fine. Okay, so inside here, by the way, mile marker 22, if anybody's thinking about riding the Frisco, there's a nice little bench here. Open this up, and I've got just some general little tools, a couple tire tools there. Inside of this, I keep some patches, some glue, stuff like that. I got these are cable management Velcro things you can get at Walmart. They come on a roll. They're Velcro, and I like to use the gray side, and I write gravel because it's for my gravel bike, and I've got other ones for my mountain bike and my road bike. And then if I'm leaving the house, I just grab the right ones, toss them in here. I recently got this air pump. It's a digital Trek air pump. You hook that hose to it. You can air up your tire. I've never had to use it in an emergency, but there's been a couple times I was feeling lazy and didn't feel like using my hand pump. So I've used it a couple times, and works great. It gets kind of hot. I've read that about all of them, so I think that's pretty normal. No complaints, though. My only thing, one time, it got turned on inside the bag, and I didn't notice it. And I assume it got turned on as I was loading the bike because I could hear it from inside, but I got turned on one time and ran it all the way dead. So you got to pack lightly and not force it. This thing's probably a little too small, but I like how it fits under my seat, so I keep it. Yeah, other than that, I rock the Wahoo Roam 3. Real happy with that so far. These water bottles came off Amazon. Hydro Pack, something like that. Yeah. Anyway, that's about everything. That's the gear rundown. So I'm using this for my GoPro right now. I've got a mount on my other that hooks to a quad lock, but this bike doesn't have that on it. I didn't want to switch it. So anyway, we're gonna go, I don't know, a few more miles. I'm feeling pretty good. We'll see what's down that way. I've never been this far, so follow along for the ride. All right, 20 miles in. I turned around at about 16. Problem with doing these rail trails is you ride out and generally you just turn around and go back. And you're always feeling pretty good. And you just turn around when you think you're ready to turn around. You don't turn around exactly halfway through when you're tired or whatever. So I turned around at 16 miles. I'm at 20 and it's kicking my butt. I don't know if it's the long ride on Saturday that did it or the heat or the 3 weeks off up until this weekend. I'm not sure. One thing I have noticed though is if you start getting in your own head, this works for me anyway. I'll open up. At the beginning of the video, I showed you that little bag of gummies. I'll open those, and I like to eat the whole route and hydrate the whole route, but when I get in my own head, I watch the miles tick by, and every mile I reward myself with a gummy. And I don't know if that's any good or not, but that's what I do. We're making it. So it seems you could do that or maybe record a video because I've burned up a half mile just talking to you. So anyway, we'll carry on. See you on the other side. All right, I'm done. 32 miles. Not a lot of elevation. It's a old railroad track path, so it's pretty flat. I don't know. The jury's still out. I think riding regular roads with hills is a little easier within reason. I'm not saying like mountains, but I'm saying like rollers, and like just kind of out here in Southwest Missouri, you got some decent hills. But here, if you quit pedaling, you slow down. There is no coasting on this path. And I rode 32 miles Saturday in the hills, and I rode 32 miles today on gravel, on flat, and this sucked way worse. I turned around probably too late. I should have turned around 5 miles sooner, but you don't grow if you don't push it a little bit each time. So not every time, but every, once a week I try and push it just a little bit on something. The last 10 miles, you can bet it was a mental push. My neck was hurting and my legs were hurting, and my back, my head, and you got to block that out, because you're not broke. It just hurts a little. And if you could push past that, it seems like you kind of grow a little bit in this whole bicycle thing. It's so much mental game. But anyway, I appreciate you guys sticking around this long. Again, like and subscribe if you don't mind. Give it a thumbs up or whatever. And we'll see you on the next one. See ya.